Welcome back to another stream, everybody. Are we live? I'm not 100% sure we're live. For whatever reason, I can't see the live stream time or if we're actually live on my OBS. So give me a moment, guys. Okay, we are currently live. I gotta pull up the live chats too so I can see everybody. Give me a moment, let everyone come in here, and then we'll get started. Let's see, chat. Okay. Now I can see the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's see if we're hitting. Okay. Okay, now everything's good to go, boys. Everything's good to go.
Song. We thank Lee, right? Lee has been with us from the beginning, so it's great. And thank you all for being.
I missed a couple of these speeches, so we're just catching up on some footage, see if there's any new news going on. I do know that they're down in Dearborn, Michigan, doing what they're gonna do. They're having this anti-Islamic protest kind of thing going on down there. Well, we got 3 people in. Guys, drop me a comment. Let me know who's watching out there. Definitely curious to know who's watching.
Being here as we take action to get illegal alien truck drivers off the American roadways.
Oh yeah, this is fantastic already. What's up, the Riddler? How you doing, brother? Trump 2028, man. All the way. Get those likes up if you guys are just joining in. And make sure you subscribe. Today we're going to hit that 37,000 marker.
We're doing a very strong movement, and we have had such support for this, and replace them with proud American veterans.
Wow, so we're actually going to be replacing those truck drivers, those illegal alien immigrant truck drivers, with proud American veterans. Here, let's rewind it a little bit. 'Cause there ain't no okay, not that far. Okay, still not that far.
Great. And thank you all.
What's up, Urban?
For being here as we take action to get illegal alien truck drivers off the American roadways. We're doing a very strong movement, and we have had such support for this, and replace them with proud American veterans. And it's about time. I want to thank Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy, who's doing a fantastic job. Secretary of Veterans Affairs Doug Collins, likewise, really doing a good job.
It's honestly sickening to say last year all those few, not too many people, but a lot of different people, unfortunately, passed away last year due to illegal alien immigrant truck drivers. Rest in peace, their soul. Speaking of that, I actually had a friend of mine today that told me he lost a family member not too recently due to bad drivers on the road. So, you know, what can I say? And not to mention, I have another family member that also lost someone to an illegal alien immigrant truck driver. So this kind of thing really hits close to me. Really, really hits close to me.
Job, 92% approval. That's not bad, Doug. You'll get it up a little bit. Acting Secretary of Labor, Keith Sonderling, and along with President of Werner Enterprises, Nathan Meisker. Thank you very much, Nathan, and representatives from the American Trucking Association and the Owner-Operators Independent Drivers Association. They're all behind this 100%. I'm behind it 100%. We got to stop it. It's dangerous. It's horrible what's happening every day.
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. My mother has this friend that died a long time ago due to an illegal alien immigrant truck driver. So I really do not like illegal alien immigrants behind the wheel. Really, really dislike it. Not a huge fan of it. Not to mention I got people in my family, also other people in my family, and other friends that have had similar stories of getting, you know, their life taken from them driving on the road. It's sad.
You see another story. We're not going to let that happen.
So this whole speech is basically about keeping those illegal alien immigrant truck drivers, if you want to call them that, off the road. Off the road. Keep those illegal alien immigrants off the road. Stop giving illegal alien immigrants driver's license. What kind of state does that? A criminal-loving government.
Happened with our great vets. But above all, thank you to the amazing veterans with us. I mean, they just
Man, if you love illegal alien immigrants and you love illegal alien immigrant driving trucks on our roads with commercial driver's license, even with the regular driver's license, they should not be able to get a regular driver's license. Period. End of story.
been with us from the day they were born, I suspect. They're great patriots, and we love them. And we want to thank UPS, FedEx, and Werner for the job they've done. Thanks as well to the Commander of AMVETS, Paul Shipley, Chief Op.
What's up, Jeff? What's up, everyone in chat? We also had the other guy. I forget his name.
Operating Officer.
Oh, Prince Shiloh. Shout out Prince Shiloh. Shout out Jeff. What's up, chat?
Of the Independence Fund, Doug Ackerman, and the great patriots from the Wounded Warrior Project, American Legion, Blue Star Families, Gary Sinise Foundation, Vietnam Veterans of America, and Paralyzed Veterans of America. We thank you all, and thank you all for being with us. Very special.
What's up, Berniel? How are you doing, man? This is a real patriotic truck right here. This whole speech by Trump is about 2 weeks old, but a lot of people missed it. And he's talking about how we should not be allowing illegal alien immigrant truck drivers on our roads because we lost a lot of lives last year. When do you debate me? I mean, you can come on later tonight. I just started the stream. We have to get a topic that you want to debate about, though. I'm all up for it. If you want to debate about the Iran war, we can. We talked about that a little bit already on stream the last time you were on.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you, everybody. For many years, American highways and roadways have been terrorized by unqualified illegal aliens dangerously
What's up, Samson? Thank you for the gift, bro.
Driving big rigs like that. You got to know something to drive. Wow, that sucker is a big one. That's big stuff. But they're you have to have a knowledge. You have to have a talent for it. And these people don't have that. They're driving big rigs, semi-trucks, and tractor trailers, all because radical left maniacs at the state level have issued them commercial driver's licenses, even though they're not entitled to have them. They don't speak the language for the most part. Many of these illegal aliens don't even come close. They don't want to learn the language. They don't care about the language, and they don't speak it. They don't speak English. They cannot read basic road signs. In many cases, they've engaged in reckless driving that has caused many, many preventable deaths, too many to even talk about. Last August, 3 innocent people were killed in Florida when an illegal alien from India made an unlawful U-turn, blocking all the lanes of the highway. And
yeah, I remember that last year. That was terrifying, guys. That was terrifying. Did the Democrats care? Nope. Not a single state changed their laws about illegal alien immigrants being able to get a driver's license. How is this even a thing? How is this even a thing? I need to look up how many states issue driver's license to illegal alien immigrants. I need to find out. Well, let's play the video while I'm looking this up.
Causing a catastrophic crash. It was a disaster. Just a few weeks ago, a Pennsylvania state trooper was killed by an illegal alien from Haiti driving a semi-truck. He was let in by Joe Biden and the open border policy of the Biden administration. By the way, today we have the safest border in the history of our country.
There are 19 states that allow illegal alien immigrants to have driver's license. California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, and the District of Columbia, D.C. I mean, they need to get rid of all that.
And I don't even say this usually, but for the last 14 months, because it's almost unbelievable to say, but the media will correct me if I give anything that's even slightly off. As of 14 months, in the last 14 months, 0 illegal aliens were able to come through our southern border. 0. Last year alone, illegal aliens with commercial driver's licenses caused at least...
Yeah, they're all Democrat states. Every single one of them. Man, that's sad. And by the way, at least none of these driver's license are the real ID. None of them are real ID, but we're still not requiring real ID to be able to vote. Places like California, you can go in there, say a person's name and their address, and they'll let you vote. You don't need any identification or anything like that whatsoever. There's already proof of illegal alien immigrants voting.
At least 30
What's up, Chris?
deaths
Rhino?
and many, many very seriously injured. As president, I made it our official policy to enforce English language requirements for truck drivers and support American truckers on American roads.
Sorry, I gotta stop it again for this comment. I prefer my illegal alien immigrants to be unlicensed while driving. Yeah, that way we can put them in prison. Depending on the state laws, we can impound their car and put them in jail. Depends state by state, obviously, but that's definitely an option. I mean, it's better than just handing them licenses and letting them legally drive.
Roadways. We've already removed more than 24,000 non-English speakers from behind the wheel. We've also forced states to cancel more than 28,000.
24,000 illegal alien immigrant truck drivers. Wow. Truck driving's not a job that pays minimum wage. It's a decent living, it's a decent lifestyle. I mean, depending on what kind of trucking you're doing, you can make, six figures, well into the six figures sometimes if you're an owner operator.
Commercial driver's licenses unlawfully issued to illegal aliens. They were given illegally. As we get illegal aliens off the roads today, we're also taking action to replace these unqualified migrant truck drivers with highly qualified American veterans.
See, these are all jobs that could have been given to veterans just to begin with. But guys, we only have 15 likes. Do I got to remind you, chat, get those likes way, way, way up there and make sure you're going to subscribe as well. Much appreciation. We should be able to reach 37,000 subscribers today.
Under our brand new Freedom Haulers, we call it Freedom Haulers initiative, any American who has driven a heavy truck for our military will automatically be eligible for a commercial driver's license. And it's good paying jobs too. Any veteran with a heavy vehicle experience from the military will now be eligible to skip redundant road tests to obtain a commercial driver's license. We're going to make it as easy as possible for the veterans within 2 years following their active duty service. And for the veterans where no truck, where you have a situation where you have not truck.
Veterans, you want to prioritize veterans? Sorry, we don't support DEI anymore. I'm pretty sure veterans were never a part of the DEI to begin with.
Drivers in the military.
Unless they had a disability, then maybe.
Where you don't have truck drivers, they're going to be given a very quick pass. We're going to teach them. They're going to learn. If they didn't drive a truck in the military, but they're going to learn, and they're going to learn very quickly, and they'll be licensed in a matter of a few weeks, I think it is. They're going to take about 3 or 4 weeks of training. 34 states have joined this initiative, including Indiana, Wyoming, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Florida, and Maryland are joining us just today. And many of the representatives and leaders from those states are with us. It's actually a very big deal. This is a big deal. We believe that all 50 states and Washington, D.C. should join us in supporting these great veterans. And frankly, some of the states didn't know about it. They heard about it today, and I think they're all going to be signing up. Data shows that truck drivers who are veterans account for 42% fewer accidents.
Veterans have less rates of accidents, so of course we're going to fast track them. That just makes sense statistically speaking. And it's not like it's going to be any easier. They're still going to make sure they go through all the process of getting the CDL license. It's just going to be a little bit faster process. That way we can deport these illegal alien criminals, but also make sure companies can get the truck drivers they need. And at the same time, we can help the veterans with a good paying job.
Look at that, 42%. And that number, they say, is a very minimal number, even as they drive the double the number of miles of non-veteran drivers. So to end this very simply. The radical left wants more jobs for illegal aliens and more migrants in 18-wheelers, and Trump administration wants safer roads and more jobs for the American veteran. Now I'd like to ask a man who's done a fantastic job on this subject and many others.
This is literally the perfect example of what I'm talking about when I say every job by an illegal alien immigrant could be going towards a veteran or a person that's on homeless that needs to get back on their feet. You know, maybe I can have some exceptions. If your work visa expires and you've been here for 20 years, you can go back to Mexico or whatever country you came from, and then we can help you get your visa and maybe fast track it. I'm fine with that, but we still need people to go back and come back if they want to be a part of our country. That's the way it goes.
Secretary Duffy to say a few words, followed by Secretary Collins, Nathan, and a great veteran truck driver, Ricky Washington. And I'll just stand here and watch. Thank you very much. Sean, go ahead.
So thank you, Mr. President. And to underscore your point, President Biden let in millions of illegals into this country. And he thought it would be a good idea that when they come in, they get a job, and they get a job driving a commercial motor vehicle.
That is insane. They can't even read the road signs. How can they read the road signs if they don't speak English? The biggest thing they can do is really just read the speed limits, I guess. But even then, they might struggle with that.
They didn't have the training. They didn't have the skill. We didn't do background checks.
Yes, if you don't know English, you like 99.9% of the time, every single person born in America knows English. If they went to the school system, how did they pass through middle school if they didn't even know English? So yeah, I'm assuming every American citizen knows English, that our education system is taught in English. You were born in America. If you don't know a lick of English, I think it's safe to say that you're not an American citizen. It's a pretty good chance. It's probably in the high 90s, probably 99.9% chance.
Last administration, so they could have had a mile-long rap sheet of crimes or drunk driving or speeding violations, but we didn't know who they were. And we saw that when those illegals were driving these big rigs, they were killing American citizens. You're a family that was on the way to Walmart, or you're going to church on a Sunday, you could lose your life on an American road. So because of the president's initiative, he signed an executive order over a year ago. It was the common sense rules of the road. And since you signed that executive order, we all have been working overtime to make sure we take illegals off American roads and we give those jobs to great Americans, including great American veterans. So that's right. These are great paying jobs. They're anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000 plus a year. And it's important because you have men and women who drove big rigs in the military who would then get out and have to go through months-long training for their skills and their knowledge test to drive this vehicle over here. Well, if Secretary Pete Hegseth thinks that you can drive a vehicle like this, Donald Trump and Sean Duffy think that you can.
These are 18,000-pound weapons. 18,000-pound weapons, guys.
Can drive a vehicle like that. So,
depending on what truck, it's probably even bigger.
So we have illegals are out. American patriots are in this administration. We've had more people, trucking companies, call us and try to find, how do I hire more veterans? How do I bring the great men and women who serve this country, how do I bring them into my company? So you can go to freedomhaulers.dot.gov to get more information. But we are clearing the deck for you to get a great job in trucking.
So these people are going to be called the freedom haulers, the veterans that will be taking these illegal alien immigrants' job. Going to be known as the Freedom Haulers. I like that name, the Freedom Haulers. I mean, if my trucker buddy Dustley was on here, I would love to show you guys one of these trucks that we looked at before. It was an 18-wheeler, and it had MAGA on it, President Trump, all on the hood, on the decals on the side. It was amazing, man. I love this truck. It kind of reminds me of the truck that they show in this video.
Mr. President, there's a lot of things that the radical left, as you mentioned, get angry about because they're radical. But safety for the American citizenry is bipartisan. This is not a political issue. This is an American issue. Let's make sure.
These Democrats are so unpatriotic. You're really going to make the claim now that veterans can't pass health checks? Yes, they can pass health checks. Veterans are healthier than a lot of these lazy liberals that are, 400, 500, 600 pounds.
Make sure American roads are safe. Let's make sure we put great patriots who serve this country on American roads, well-trained.
It's not really a fear tactic, brothers. People were dying last year and this year because of illegal alien immigrant truck drivers in my state of Florida. And you're just going to sit by and be fine with death? Death ain't okay, man. Not when it's, not when it's on American soil and we're talking about American lives. This could have easily been avoidable. Easily. Just don't give any illegal alien immigrants CDL licenses. I mean, in New York State, they give CDL licenses with no name on them. No name. Literally no name. How can you get a CDL license with no name on it? Whoever made that policy should be in prison for 20 years because that is stupid. Stupid policies.
With great skills, and I think this is.
I've never heard of anyone triggering their PTSD from driving. I've never heard of anyone triggering their PTSD by driving. Do you even know what PTSD is? Unless your PTSD comes from something on the road, some experiences you had on the road, driving your car is not going to trigger it.
This is one of the great legacies of your administration. I am grateful for your leadership, putting America first.
Not all combat vets have not all combat vets have PTSD. I've met plenty of veterans before that have, been in combat, taking other people's lives. They don't have any PTSD at all. So stop making these misconceptions about these veterans. You Democrats in this chat really hate the veterans. You are mad that American veterans are going to be taking these illegal alien immigrant truck drivers' jobs. Keep crying about it. They're going back to where they came from.
American veterans first, American roads first over the illegals who the last administration prioritized. It has been just an honor to work with you, and to me, he's a master class. To see how this president operates, to watch him and learn from him is amazing. So thank you. I appreciate it, Mr. President.
Thank you, Sean and Mr. President. I can't think of anything else that says freedom more in our country than an open road
Than a truck like this, than an open road truck just like this thing.
truck and a veteran. Because you have veterans that said one thing, when they raised their right hand, they pledged what others would not do. They said, I will go and do what others will not do. And it is this country, when you told me, and I asked you that question, I said, Mr. President, what do you want me to do? He said, just take care of my veterans. So every day now, since the last year and a half, veterans at the VA are first and only in what we do. And this. So when Sean and I, we heard about this, and we started looking at this, some things that we have done, Mr. President, you're behind this and working to get veterans on the road. I can't think of anything more American. I can't think of anything that puts us first. Instead of the illegals who want to come take jobs, let's put veterans in the seats, making jobs safer and better for all Americans as we go along. Because veterans, look, you proved once you can do it. I know for a fact you can do it every single day. As we look at this, some of the questions that come, The Wild West is over. So what do? How do we get our veterans into this? Well, one of the things that I want to emphasize is that we're now not only taking you as veterans, the GI Bill is going to be able to pay for this. You're going to be able to actually get and use the money to go get your CDL license. You're able to get this, and we're going to make it a lot easier. And
So not only is Trump getting rid of 23,000 illegal alien immigrant truck drivers, they're also going to be using the GI Bill government money to help these companies and corporations and these truck drivers to make a good living. These veterans, these freedom haulers. Now, I know this is about 2 weeks old, but I really didn't catch up on this too much. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this because I like this, but we got a couple minutes left.
a lot quicker. Like I said, for those of us who rode in these, this will be a thrill. So we do that. We're going to use the GI Bill. The Dole Act also did something that's really important. That was the CDL programs. It used to take almost 2 years to get in. We're now waiving that to where the CDL and disability, service-connected disabilities, can get in that instead of having to wait the 2 years. So we're actually putting into
This
place.
guy really had to
get
go
in. We're
walk
now
in front of the
waiving that.
camera. Come on, bro. Come on. You couldn't just walk around the camera. Who the heck who let this guy do that? Let's open a veteran truck training program. Yeah, I'm all with it. Who let this guy walk in front of the camera? Bro's barely ducking. He's barely ducking. He went right in front of the camera. I mean, that's ridiculous. Bro, come on. Does anyone else not think this is kind of funny? I think this is pretty hilarious. But get those likes way, way up there, guys. And most importantly, subscribe. We only need 50 more subscribers until we're at 37,000 subscribers, chat. This guy couldn't even move out of the damn way. You got the President of the United States. Never, I don't care if it was Sleepy Joe, Barack Obama, who it was. I would never walk in front of the president's camera. This guy is ridiculous.
Where the CDL and disability, service-connected disabilities, can get in that instead of having to wait the 2 years. So we're actually putting into place what is already there and saying, you know what, we're going to make it easier for our veterans to do this. Our VR&E programs are already ready to train veterans to go take these jobs as we go forward. But as we go forward, let me just emphasize one thing already, Mr. President. 1 in 10 of our truck drivers across the country are veterans already. 1 in 10. Why don't we make it 2 in 10? Why don't we make it 3 in 10? For those who want to get out and serve.
Someone said maybe he can't see it. It's kind of obvious he can see it. He's ducking down. I mean, why didn't he just walk around it? Is there something behind the camera where he can't walk around it? I'm confused.
This country, who want to be the leaders and be the safety experts who drove these.
Truck drivers, even illegal alien immigrants, are not cheap labor for truck driving. Truck drivers get a decent pay depending on what company they're working for, so it's not cheap labor. But yes, we should be paying American citizens good wages. Trump is MAGA!
To drive these.
What's
will
up,
drive
Chris?
us as
Jay
Americans
Green.
in the future. We couldn't do this without a great partnership with the cabinet and our partners in the business communities.
I agree. This is a perfect example of illegal alien immigrants taking Americans' jobs. 20,000 plus, 27,000 plus illegal alien immigrant truck drivers. And those are just the ones that we fired that we know about. I see you, Burnell. You're doing your job, brother. I appreciate it.
As we go forward.
Looks.
But I'm here to also tell you, you can't do it without a president who doesn't look at what can't be. He looks at what can be. And Donald Trump has said when it comes to transportation and safety and keeping illegals off the road, but also putting our veterans first, you have a president who not only says it, but he does it. And we're here today to prove it. God bless you.
I would like to thank President Trump for inviting us all here today. It is a profound honor to stand with you here at the White House, along with the brave veterans, the military leaders, and cabinet members, in the same month that we celebrated the 250th anniversary of our great country. If I could take a moment, for those of you that are at a camera and facing this way, there are hundreds of veterans here today. And I feel like we owe it to the veterans who have sacrificed. The saying is that all gave some and some gave all. And I would like to take a moment for all of us to thank the people behind the camera and the men here for their service. As President Trump said, I am Nathan Maiskeier. I'm the president of Werner Enterprises. Werner is one of America's largest, safest, and most successful transportation companies. This year, Werner proudly celebrates 7 decades of keeping the American economy moving. And after all, 75% of all freight in America moves by a truck. At Werner, 15% of our 14,000 associates nationwide are veterans and military spouses, a statistic that we're proud of.
Y'all are asking me if I'm crying. Honestly, this does make me want to cry. Trump put in America first. Trump put in America first.
Today, I am proud to announce a new strategic initiative for our company. In tandem with the Trump administration's Freedom Haulers program, Werner Enterprises is officially committing to hire 1,400 veterans in the coming year. This administration's Freedom Haulers campaign will have a direct and powerful impact on our ability to bring even more veterans into our workforce and into this great trucking economy. Cutting through red tape and translating a veteran's military driving experience directly into a civilian commercial driver's license. Veterans at Werner often move up the ranks into roles as driver leaders, and many serve as premier road team captains, mentoring the next generation of drivers and representing the absolute best of American
I agree. They are brainwashed idiots.
trucking. We should all commit to ensure that every veteran returning home is met not just with handshakes and hugs and applause, but real opportunities to lead, drive, and succeed. Thank you again to President Trump and all of the members of the Trump administration who support our heroes and these pro-veteran initiatives. May God bless our veterans, may God bless our leaders, and may God bless America. Thank you.
My fellow Americans, Mr. President, and distinguished guests, it is an honor to stand with you today. For 30 years of service, I have the privilege of wearing the uniform of the United States Army and the Army National Guard. Like so many who have answered the call, my service took me through moments of hardships and sacrifices. I reflect on which I carry with me every day. Serving this nation was an honor, but when the time came to take a uniform off, I faced the question veterans confront. How do I continue serving? For me, the answer was on the open road. Transition from military life behind the wheel of a commercial truck has brought a renewed sense of mission for me. Veterans make exceptional truck drivers because they have the core values of the military aligned seamlessly with the trucking industry. We're disciplined, we're vigilant, we're adaptable, and with unwavering commitment to getting the job done safely and on time.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards the veterans in the chat today, and I understand. Y'all Democrats hate this great nation, so y'all should leave and never, ever come back, never visit. Guys, we're almost at 100 likes. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you guys have any video recommendations, we'll do them for $10 super chats, or if you have any questions or comments, you can drop some super chats. If there's anything y'all want us to tune into, you can.
The trucking industry is more than just a sector of our economy. It is the backbone of our commerce. It is a place where service members, veterans, military spouse can find a purpose, a community, and a way to continue keeping our great nation moving forward. Thank you, Mr. President. God bless our service members and their family, and God bless the United States of America.
Anybody like to say anything? I just want to thank everybody for being here. This is going to be a big day for our wonderful patriots, our great veterans. They're going to produce like nobody else can produce. And thank you very much. And I want to thank you and especially all those people you're going to be hiring. But I know a lot of your competitors are also doing the same thing, so it's going to be really fantastic. Sean, thank you. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, everybody, for the job you've done very much. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, President.
That's that, guys. That's that. Name one thing a Democratic president has done. Name one single thing that they've done for us. Just name one.
Picture. Now you can tell this is a proud American because he's got a flag. Protesters never have, the bad protesters never have flags up. They somehow don't like the flag too much, but we do. So that's great. We put in today, as you know, about...
Yeah, Democrats really don't like the American flag, to be quite honest with you guys. They like to burn it. They cry, 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 and they burn it, burn it, burn it. I mean, what can I say? Guys, give me a second, though. I'm going to flip ads off so you guys don't get hit with so many ads on here. Let's see.
Save America, the Save America Act. I don't know. Someday the Senate and the House will get it done.
Will the Save America Act pass? Will it pass before midterms? Yeah, lots of Democrats actually quite literally do have flag burning as their hobbies. Not gonna lie.
Although I must tell you, the House has approved it about 3 times already. Save America Act right here. We have, everybody can see that. And then we'll talk about clean, beautiful coal. You're not allowed.
Clean, beautiful coal. Clean, beautiful coal. Clean, beautiful coal. Okay, let's flip back here now. Okay, we're back. We're back.
To say coal within the Trump administration unless it's preceded by the words clean, beautiful. Complicates our life, but it's good, right, Chris? Wherever you may be, it is clean and beautiful. I'll tell you, it's effective. So the Save America Act is all voters must show photo ID. So you go to vote and you show photo ID. Not complicated, right? You know, who could oppose it? They say it's an 80-20. It's not. It's about
It's 80-20, but the Democrat Party still, a small percentage of the Democrat Party still doesn't support it. Hey, peace out, Berniel. You sent them back to the lobby.
99-1, and we'll never find the one person. Andy, congratulations, Andy, on a big victory.
Thank you for your help.
That's a great. I appreciate it, but you're very good at what you do, and I've been backing you right from the beginning for a long time, right?
Backing you too, sir.
For years, that's right. You have. Thank you. Congratulations. You won a big election. So you have all voters must show photo ID identification. All voters must show a little thing called proof of citizenship. Would you say that's 99-1, Mr. Pennsylvania?
I would say that's maybe 100 to 0.
I would think so. They say it's
Why do some people disagree with it? Why shouldn't we present voter ID? If anyone wants to debate about voter ID, or if you want to debate about socialism, you can click the link in my bio or the link down below that we have pinned in the chat, and we can get some debates going. Join the Discord to debate, guys. Join the Discord to debate. Link in the bio. Yes, the Democrats were the creators of the KKK. And before anyone starts screaming, party switch, brother, the Democrats literally funded the KKK last year. The SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, they allegedly funded the KKK last year.
Should be.
no, but they say it's 80-20. It's not 80-20. It's 99.
What's up, Drift?
And we've never found the one person. There's another one. Then you have no mail-in ballots, but we want to be liberal, as they say, or we'll say we want to be progressive. So it's no mail-in ballots. You see that. So what's happening in California? They're rigging the election. Now, maybe we caught them, and maybe they won't be able to get away with it. They tried with me. They did it successfully the second time. The third time, we made it too big to rig. Too many votes. They couldn't do it. They can only go. They sort of gave up at about 9:07 when they got slaughtered with the votes that came in. But no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. So we're being very progressive. And we just don't want cheating in our elections. And you see it happening in California. Those numbers are coming down rapidly. They found a lot of mail-in ballots last night, shockingly. So we don't want that. Then we added best of. This is best of Trump. No men in women's sports. No transgender mutilization surgery for our children. I would say that's pretty close to 99-1 also. No men in women's sports. I would say that's pretty good. We had the quarterback, Jackson is the quarterback for the Giants. He's a big, strong guy. And I said, how do you think you do in women's sports, Jackson? He said, pretty good, sir. He didn't know I was joking. He was not worried, so let me put it that way. He would have been the greatest athlete in the history of women's sports. You got to see the size of this guy. Like a male model, and he's going to be a great quarterback. So we talk about that. And so we just would like the Senate, Democrats, Republicans to pass it. Interestingly, Democrat people, not crooked politicians, because most of them are crooked, or they're sick, or they're Trump deranged. There is Trump derangement syndrome, but the people, it's 86-87%. Democrats. I mean, Democrats are fun. I have a lot of Democrat friends, but I don't know, for some reason when they go into politics, they get radical left crazy, and they're trying to destroy our country, but we're not going to let that happen. So today we're taking historic action to bring down the price of energy and the cost of living for all Americans with the power of clean, beautiful coal. If you look at China, if you look at so many of the successful countries, they're using coal. If you look at some of the real great failures countries,
I'm not going to try to explain Iran anymore. Y'all are completely clueless. You don't know the ins and outs of nothing, including a human anatomy. You don't even know what a man is. You don't even know what a woman is. You idiots don't even know what a woman is, and I'm supposed to explain the Iran war to you? Yeah, I'm done. Unless you want to debate, I got no explaining to do. Go watch one of my Iran debates.
they're using wind. Just keeps blowing.
Or join the Discord down below. Let's debate.
It's very expensive, most expensive energy there is. So wind is not working very well, but they keep it going because people get subsidies by countries that are stupid. Doug, I would say we haven't been long on wind. Do you agree with that? He understands numbers very well. You know, Doug was very, very successful. Believe it or not, I used to think it was in energy, but he was successful in technology, and he sold his company to, I think, Microsoft, right? And for a lot of money, and he ran for politics. He ran for office, went to North Dakota, won immediately, won governor, was very successful for 8 years. And I watched him during one of the performances of some very talented people. And I said, we're going to get him to work for us. And then I said I was going to put him in charge of energy. And he said, sir, there's a better man than me for that one. Not in all ways you feel that, but in one way, in energy you do. And that was Chris, right? Yeah. Where's Chris?
Right here.
Right behind you. Well, he's a hard one to find. And Chris has done a fantastic job, and he's one of the reasons we're here today. We have had, we're right now double Saudi Arabia and Russia. If you double them up, that's what we produce, more than anybody else times 2. So think of that. As a result of the $700 million investment that I'm announcing today, we will protect 14 coal plants and 42 coal mines. It's a tremendous number. And build 2 new coal plants and 1 massive new export terminal, because we're exporting coal. Coal's a great business, really a big business, and it's real power. It's in terms of power, there's really nothing like it. You have so many different alternatives. They talk about some
Gas was already $2 for an entire year. Y'all can deal with a little bit of conflict so we don't get blown up by a damn nuclear bomb. Or just so we don't have to let a kiddly diddling country just keep on breathing.
But there's no real alternative. China, by the way, last year built 52 coal plants. They built about two windmills. You know, the only time they build a windmill is when they're trying to sell them to stupid people from the United States, the suckers. And by the way, and all over Europe, they sell the windmills, but they don't use them. I wonder why. They use coal plants and other things. These actions will support over 14,000 jobs and save the American people $50 billion in electricity costs. We're pleased to be joined by Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum. He has been great. I don't want to give him a big swollen ego because then all of a sudden he'll leave me and I'll be stuck with Interior. I don't want to be stuck.
Never forget Dean Withers, alleged rapist.
But he's really done a great job. Secretary of Energy, Chris Wright, is fantastic. And maybe our MVP. What do you think, Doug? It's close.
Yes, right here.
What do you think? MVP, Lee Zeldin. And the job he's done is great. We had the
Food
auto
prices are
industry.
down, but you don't buy any food because mama pays for your food.
Yesterday, they don't want people to fix
Depends
their
on where
cars,
you
so
live
this-
and what items you're looking at, but items like steak, eggs, chicken, all those prices are down. Are they down where I'd like to see them go to? Absolutely not. Kind of hard to reverse Biden's. It's kind of hard. Once Biden got a steak from $12 to $29, it's kind of hard or almost impossible to reverse that. Steak prices are about $20 now, so it's a couple bucks down. But you're never going to completely reverse all the damage Biden done. It's over with. It's cooked. There's not a single. Is there any ideas out there you guys can magically get back to 2019, 2018 food prices? Because if there is, I would love to hear them. Because as far as I've been thinking about it, there isn't anything you can really do.
Strange. I'd never heard of that. They have a thing to. Nobody's allowed to fix their car. They gave a man 7 years in jail actually because he fixed his own car. So I thought we'd do something about that. But we'll get it all straightened away. Can you believe it? They want a bill that prohibits people from fixing. So if you're mechanically inclined, you know, I went to school with some guys that were, in some cases, horrible students, but they could fix an engine blindfolded. They could take a car apart blindfolded, but they weren't too good at arithmetic and other things, but they were great. And so there's a move on to stop people from fixing their car. I didn't understand it, but we had a great meeting yesterday with the head of General Motors and Roger Penske, head of Ford. We had a great meeting, I think. Thanks as well to a friend of mine also for a long time, West Virginia Governor Patrick Morris. I won by 45 points, Patrick.
It's not enough.
I love those people. And Wyoming, I think maybe even slightly more than West Virginia. Right?
Just a little more.
We did pretty this. I like this group of people. But
Democrats worship their TV screens. They can't think of anything on their own. If CNN doesn't tell them it, you know, they're not going to come up with the idea. But if CNN tells them, then it has to be 100% right. Or MS Now. Most Democrats already left CNN. You have to be a really deranged Democrat to still be watching CNN. Most of them just watch MS Now.
Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon, respected guy, great governor, both of them really amazing. And Representatives Dan Muser, Riley Moore, Derek Van Orden, Juan Ciscomani, and Andy Barr. So you have a lot of representatives here that are fantastic. Today we're officially invoking the Defense Production Act to save 13 coal plants in West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Indiana, Tennessee, Arizona, Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. These were incredible plants, so productive, really producing a lot of the electricity, right? The electricity, it's really the best at that. You know, when they...
What's up, Uncle Andy? No, Democrats love their MS Now. I literally never met a single Republican that watches Fox News all day. They'll tune into it once or twice a day. But Democrats, if you ever go into a Democrat's house, they literally have CNN on for 24 hours of the day. I know this because I have Democrats in my family, and whenever I go to visit them, they have their TV screen playing CNN 24 hours of the day. So of course they believe everything that they hear and see on the news.
When they find something better, Chris, I think we'll be all set for it, right? But they're a long ways from finding something better.
Calls critical.
And so when you look at that, those states, West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Indiana, Tennessee, Arizona, Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Dakota, Wisconsin.
Donald's win, question mark, Fishback giving him a run. Let's see. Let's take a look at the governor race in Florida right now. If we can see any stats on it, we'll pull it up.
What do they all have in common? Trump won them.
Wisconsin, New York.
I won every one of them by a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even mentioning Pennsylvania, which we won also, right?
Yes.
But we won them all. We won all 50. We had an honest count, if you want to know that too. Our action will allow these facilities to invest in upgrades that will extend their operational lives for decades into the future, reinforce the reliability of our electric grid, which is really the biggest beneficiary.
Yeah, we really need to work on that. No. Polling closing at 7 p.m. No. We still got about 20 more minutes before they start racking in the numbers. We got 20 more minutes until the polls are closed, so maybe we'll see some updates. I'm genuinely curious to see who's going to win, Brian Donalds or James Fishback in Florida. There's things I hate about them equally. Brian Donalds, I don't like what he talks about data centers. No, Groypers equals losers. Groypers equals 38-year-old incel.
And most importantly, keep electricity prices very low.
Groypers equals no money in your bank account.
For the American people. This brings the total number of coal plants that we've saved during my administration, just like when we said we saved 25 water fountains. Think of this. These are fountains, beautiful fountains that were so horrible to look at with the graffiti.
I got a strange feeling that Fishback is going to win. And I'm not really too excited for Fishback to win, I'll be honest with you. I'll be extremely disappointed if James Fishback wins, but I will also be decently disappointed if Brian Donalds wins. So I guess we'll find out.
Over 40 years, many of them close over 40 to 50 years. The big one, the reflective.
I mean, I don't even know who's running in the Democrat. Well, yeah, I don't even know who's running in the Democrat side. David Jolly. It pretty much doesn't matter who wins the Democrat primaries because they're going to lose against the Republicans. Like, it's almost 100% that they're going to lose against the Republicans. So we basically get to decide the Florida governor basically whenever the poll results come out, or whenever the votes come out. So we're going to know pretty quickly. We're not going to have to wait until November to figure out who's going to win in Florida. We're already going to know because the Democrats don't stand a single chance in Florida. We love what's gone on in Florida over the last couple years of Ron DeSantis. And since Ron DeSantis did such a fantastic job in Florida, there's no chance for any Democrats to come into our state at all right now. There's zero chance of it.
Lake. In fact, there's some people go to pond, some people it's like a lake. But the reflective lake was built in 1922. It never really worked from the beginning, from 1922. That's a long ways. So it's over 100 years old. And it never really worked because they had the wrong base. It was always leaking. They didn't have what we have today. So it's pretty amazing what's happened. And, I hate to say it won't leak, but it won't leak because we use the material that doesn't allow leaks. It's like a swimming pool doesn't leak. You use the right. This is called swimming pool on steroids. So it's great stuff. And today's actions, we're also supporting coal mines and coal miners in Wyoming and Pennsylvania, Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, North Dakota, and New Mexico. And they're going to they're all going back to work. You know, it's interesting with the mines, that famous scene of Hillary when we went to West.
Barack Obama destroyed the coal mining industry. Absolutely destroyed it for Kentucky.
Virginia.
Yeah.
And she had just left another state, and she was trying to convince everybody that they should go into technology, no longer be miners. And these guys in West Virginia, they didn't want to hear about it. They wanted to be, remember that scene around the table? They talked to this beautiful, big, strong miner, and they wanted him to make computer chips. She said, we'll teach
I
him.
love how violent Democrats are in my comment section. It just shows me that your lives are horrible. And I love the fact that Democrats are losers. Losers! Bums begging the government for money. Ain't moving out of mommy's house until you're 39 years old and you got zero chance of ever getting married or starting a family. Just another W win for the Republican Party and another L for the Democrats. And when you only got one life to live, Democrats, and you're begging the government to become socialist, you're begging for food stamps, you're begging for help for anyone for free money.
How to make computer chips. His hands were so large he couldn't hold a computer chip. He's looking at it. He had fingers that were like 3 inches around, and they're talking about making a computer chip. And he didn't like it, and he ended up being one of our best ads ever. She wasn't, and she did rather poorly. She lost, I think she lost by 77 points or something like that. Pretty tough to go knock coal, and then you go.
Good point. So Democrats beg for free money. Why the hell are we paying taxes then? I don't know. We give them so much free stuff already, and they really want more. They really want more, huh? All they want is more welfare.
2 weeks later to West Virginia.
I'm a Democrat, but I never received any welfare in my life. But I can't say the same thing for the rest of the Democrat Party. And I would never vote for any Democrat candidate. That would just be idiotic. There's no reason to. They don't have anything to offer.
Virginia to try and win the state. It didn't work out well for
But
them.
I'm still going to self-identify as a Democrat because I'm sick and tired of people self-identifying as a Republican. Saying, oh, I'm a Republican, I don't like Trump. Well, guess what? I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat, I love Trump, and I hate welfare. Since anyone can be anything they want, apparently, to the liberals, you can identify as a freaking hamster.
The miners love us. What do you think we got with the coal miners? We just said we got 90%, 100%. What do you think we were on this?
Pretty high.
Yeah, pretty
Probably higher than any group in the country.
Pretty high. Yeah, it can't be bad. Well, we did well with all the groups. I'll tell you, the group that now likes us are the auto workers because we're building more auto plants now than at any time in the history of our country.
I'll give all my
very-
moderators the call. If y'all want to time any of these libtards out of the comment section, go ahead and time them all out. Time as much as you want out. If they're saying something stupid, they can go. Democrats can't even afford groceries, and they're going to be on here crying about Trump. Groceries are affordable and cheap. Try working. Try working just 8 hours a day. Just a little bit of work, Democrats.
It's great to watch and see what's going on with the U.S. We're the most respected country anywhere in the world, and we were a dead country a year and a half. We were a dead country. We were a laughed at. We were a mocked, laughed at country. Starting this summer, the West Gateway project will break ground, and by summer 2028, over 12 million tons of clean, beautiful coal per year will be shipped to countries all around the world. And this project's been delayed over 10 years, and Biden ended it, and then Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? Barack Hussein Obama, another one. He's another beauty.
Barack Hussein Obama.
But that delay is now over, and it's going to be very productive. It's going to fuel our electric plants in particular. It's going to be amazing. Finally, we're taking nearly $200 million in that.
Democrats, you actually don't need to work if you don't want to work, but you got to start a business or you got to work a job. Those are your two options.
To set aside for the Green New Scam and It was set aside for the Green New Scam, but the Green New Scam.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Guys, we just need 30 more subscribers until we get to 37,000. So guys, subscribe. Share this to your friends. Oh, Democrats are blaming all the billionaires and all the millionaires because they're poor. The reason you didn't start a business and start making money isn't because of Trump. It's not because of the billionaires or the millionaires. It's because you're lazy.
History and repurposing that money so that we restart a coal plant in Maryland and help build 2 brand new coal plants in Alaska and West Virginia. And these are all built with new technology. It's very clean. It's amazing.
New clean coal technology? I really don't care if coal is clean or not. We need coal. So let's get her done. Get her done, boys.
How that's come along. It's all very clean. And the first new coal plants to open in our country since 2013. You couldn't open, you couldn't even think. They were only closing them. They were closing them and yet brownouts all over the place. But you don't have that anymore, do you notice? Under 4 years of Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats in Congress, not a single permit was approved for a new coal mining project. But in over 1 year of our administration, we've already approved 76 permits for clean, beautiful coal. Last year, we prevented 17 gigawatts of coal-powered electricity from going offline, and that's enough power for about 13 million homes. Think of that, 13 million homes at a very low price. It's the lowest price. So now I'd like to ask Secretary Burgum to say a few words, followed by Secretary Wright, Administrator Lee Zeldin, and then
Our founding fathers would be disappointed in the Democrats. Our founding fathers, if they were still alive today, they would actually enact civil war against the Democrats and the Democrat Socialist Party.
Governor Mark Gordon, and whoever else wants to say a few words, including my new friend, my new governor friend. So,
Hold on,
Doug,
guys, hold on.
Well, thank you, President Trump. With these announcements today and everything that your
I'm back,
administration
Chad.
has
I'm back. Sorry. I'm back.
accomplished so far since you've taken office, this administration has done more to save, protect, and expand coal in our country than any administration perhaps ever.
clean, beautiful coal.
Clean, beautiful coal, absolutely, and none.
I'm only kidding.
It's okay. When you took office, the first thing you did was declare an energy emergency. Some people questioned that, but the prior administration under
Every single stream I have, Democrats always blame the Jews. Once again, it's not the billionaires, it's not the millionaires, and it's not the Jews. It's your own work ethic, it's your own ideas. Your own failure is your own life's fault. Cry baby Democrats. The only one keeping you poor and miserable is yourself. When will you wake up and realize that?
Biden had gone so far down the path of pursuing the highly subsidized.
You're right, man. The Republicans don't care about me. They just post me on their White House TikTok page. But I really don't give a damn. Oh well. The president posted me on his TikTok page. I guess they don't care about me. Boo-hoo.
Intermittent weather-dependent sources of electricity, that our grid was at risk. You understood that, and you understood that how key coal is. It's the backbone of having affordable, reliable, and secure American energy to power our country, power our electric grid, power our competitiveness in AI, and power all the manufacturing that's coming back. As you mentioned, with those record coal leases, this is where we take.
Not to call out the transgender community, but literally yesterday I was scrolling late at night on YouTube and I seen a transgender individual with a literal bug crawling all in their hair, a literal maggot crawling all in their hair. It was disgusting. These Democrat left wingers are disgusting people. They literally order fast food all day and sit in a pile of filth. Pure filth.
Federal public land, lease it to the private sector. They write a check that comes into the Treasury. They create jobs, help support local communities. So there was 0 coal leases held in 4 years under the Biden administration. You heard the president talk about 76 here. We've slashed red tape. Those took years to get. Some of these projects for coal mining we've approved in less than 1 month under the emergency procedures. And we also have opened up for leasing another 13.1 million acres that people can bid on in our country on public land, and this is land that was set aside.
Damn it. I keep clicking the mute button, guys. I ain't going to click the mute button again. I said, thank you, Urban. Join the Discord to debate. Link in the bio.
This is not national parks, it's not wilderness area, it's not our wildlife refuges. This is public land that was set aside for the benefit and use of the American people, including energy development, making sure that we've got affordable, reliable energy. So using those public lands is what we're doing. And then the last thing within Interior, I would say we did strategically designate through the U.S. Geologic Survey, which is part of Interior, designate metallurgical coal as a critical mineral. So it's on the list.
Harry, are you in Dearborn, Michigan? Are you in Dearborn, Michigan? In a second, we'll probably play some clips of Dearborn, Michigan. Here, let me check out Jake Lang. Let's see what Jake Lang is up to.
And that opens up a number of opportunities, but without metallurgical coal, we don't have coke, we don't have the steel industry. The Biden administration was indiscriminate trying to shut down our metallurgical coal as well as our thermal coal. So, and then the last thing you mentioned, the coal export facility, again, working through all the permitting to drive towards that so that we can be selling clean, reliable energy to our allies in the Pacific who want to do more trade with us.
Listen, guys, they're having a pig roast right now in Dearborn, Michigan. They're literally putting a Zohan Muhammad Mandami shirt on it, and they're doing a pig roast. So that's for all the Muslims out there. That's for all the Muslims.
And lastly, again, thank you for creating the National Energy Dominance Council. Our executive director, Jared Hagan, is here today, but Chris, Lee, and I all have details on that team, and that's operates right out of the White House, and that's why President Trump is able to get so much done so quickly. This is the first time ever we had a president with a White House council specifically focused on energy and what an impact it's having.
Well, and thank you to perhaps slightly less importantly, but I think very important, the National Garden of American Heroes is going to be...
Trump is not sleeping. He has his eyes wide open. Look, notice how he gets right back into the conversation and he remembers every single thing he was going to say.
Unbelievable. And I'd like to know how are you doing on that, and how are you doing on the Great Triumphal Arch? So every city, just about every major city...
What does this say right here? When household food stamps, 31% for Democrats and 17% for... No, here we go. According to a demographic studies from Pure Research, roughly 22% of Democrats say they have personally received food stamps, while only 10% of Republicans have. Oh, that's a little bit interesting. Why do Democrats take so much damn more food stamps? I don't know. That's interesting, Democrats. Why do you like free stuff and food stamps?
Has a triumphal arch. This is an arch that's a real bow, a beautiful bow to your military and military victories. Nobody's had more military victories, including recently, than we have. And they never got the arch built. It's been, the Civil War stopped it. That circle has been sitting there for a long time, for many, many years. And, I guess you could go back to, in 1902 they tried it, but in 1860 and 1880 they just never got it done. The Civil War stopped it the first time. That was a good reason. I think that's probably not a bad. That was a good excuse. But after that, it just never happened, and we're going to get it done. And so we're doing it with the Department of Interior, and we're also doing the National Garden of American Heroes, which is phenomenal. And we're doing something that just came up. We'll have a little breaking news here because nobody's heard of it. But at the Lincoln Memorial, the front was supposed to be the back was supposed to be the front. It never got built because they built 2 roadways behind it after it was built, and it shut off the gateway to the water. That was really going to be the main entry, and we're going to be doing that. It's called the Promenade. It'll be the Promenade. They want to call it the Trump Promenade, but I don't know if I want to do that. But it's going to be beautiful. It's a beautiful project, and it's going to take the Lincoln Memorial right down to the Potomac, which it was always scheduled to do. But when they built the roads, that was the end of that. But we have a way of beautifully going over.
I got nothing against food stamps here and there if you need them for a long time, but Democrats abuse the food stamp program. As you guys can see right here, Democrats do take more food stamps than any other political party. They take more than the independents. They take more than the Republicans. I mean, these statistics ain't lying. Even if you want to take the statistics out of it, you can use common sense. Democrat states have more welfare programs. They give you more money to stay home. Why is that? Because Democrats demand more free stuff and more welfare.
Those 2 roads are highways, very, very strong, very important roads, actually, as you know, from the bridge. But it's going to be great. So can I ask for just a couple of seconds to talk about those 3 great projects that we're just starting?
Listen, if y'all actually want to come on the show, you can. All you have to do is join the Discord and debate. But these are cowardcrats we're talking about. These are straight up cowardcrats. Democrats are scared to come and debate. That's the truth. Join the Discord if you want to debate so
Well, I'd
badly.
say that it's important for everyone to know that, as you described, these are plans and ideas that have existed almost since the end of the Civil War. But the Macmillan Plan, which is the one that designed the National Mall as we see it today, that was in the early part of the 1900s, envisioned this connection that you would have the memorial.
Black women get way more food stamps per capita than anyone else, and 87% of them vote Democrat. Not to mention, black women make up roughly 40% of all abortions in the entire country. So black women have more abortions than any other race or ethnicity.
Bridge between the Lincoln Memorial and Arlington Cemetery. At the halfway point, there's a very large circle. It was designed to hold a monument. The arc that would go there is a fantastic complement and completion of this plan that's over 120 years ago, President Trump's vision of how to build that. And of course, President Trump has talked to President Macron from France. More people visit the Arc de Triomphe than even visit the Eiffel Tower. I mean, this would be a highlight for Americans to come. The views back at the city from the top of the arch would be amazing. The views from this side, from West Potomac, where the National Garden of Heroes was, looking across at the...
I'll go ahead and show you here. Let's ask right here. Let's see. Let's take a look what we can find out. Dean Withers is a rapist, man. Dean Withers is a rapist. Come sue me, Dean Withers. Come sue me. Dean Withers is a rapist.
The arch would be amazing. And of course, the promenade on the backside of the Lincoln is, as President Trump described, right now there's no pedestrian access. You're on the mall, people come from around the world. They don't know that 100 yards away is the beautiful Potomac River, which was part of the original plan. And now they'd be able to walk around the Lincoln Memorial, walk on a pedestrian bridge over the first highway, walk over the next one, and right down to the water. It would complete the vision. These projects.
Okay, here you go. Here's the data. Total amount of abortions. Black patients account from 38 to 42% of all abortions annually. There you go. Nothing racist there. Black women take the most abortions out of anyone else. The abortion centers were made by a white woman that didn't like black people. She was a racist. And y'all are still following for her trap. Over 100 years later, Planned Parenthood is still doing what it was originally designed for, to harm the black communities. But no matter how many times we point these numbers out to y'all, y'all cry, 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 cry. Oh, black people are way more likely to have abortions.
Would complete the
Yes, white people are number 2 for abortions.
Original vision, the Macmillan Plan, and how fortunate are we to have the builder-in-chief, someone who both has the vision and the understanding of how to get projects done that would, again, make our city safe and beautiful, just like the executive order President Trump put out last year has accomplished. And while we are ready for the celebration of our 250th anniversary, the city's never been safer, it's never been more beautiful, but President Trump's not stopping there. Vision that he has for these projects would extend for generations forward. So thank you, President Trump.
Thank you.
But get those likes way, way, way up. Get those likes way, way, way up. And the sad thing is the black people are not even the majority of people that are getting pregnant. Hispanics are getting pregnant way more than the black community, but yet black women have the most abortions. Yet there's 9 states in America where they allow abortion on the day, 9 months, 8 months.
Well, it's a great job done. And Secretary Chris Wright, please.
No coal,
It's disgusting.
no modern
If you
world.
support abortion, you're a disgusting, disgusting human being. Disgusting, disgusting human being.
Stated another way, without clean, beautiful coal, a modern world is impossible. And we saw 17 years ago President Obama's election.
Take these Democrats out of chat. If they are saying anything hateful or stupid, you can get them right up out of here. Democrats are not used to being in nice places like this channel. Anytime they go to a classy restaurant or a classy location, they get kicked out. Including this channel, they got to get kicked out of here. Security, security, security. Take care of these Democrats. Get them out of my face. They're causing a ruckus.
An all-out attack on the American coal industry. The industry that
Mandami is a clown, brother. Mandami is a clown.
built our nation. We wouldn't have the buildings, the factories, the industry, the electricity grid we have today without the
You're fired, Democrats. You're fired.
critical contribution of
Listen,
coal.
I'll show y'all again. Keep crying about abortion. Here, let's pull up the data again. We have the data right here. I will show you guys the data again. Hold on, hold on. I have the data right here. Black women do the majority of the abortions in America. There you go. Black patients, 42% of abortions annually. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. It's pure murder. 9 months, at 8 or 9 months, you can't even debate allowing abortion for 8 or 9 months. Even if you're pro-choice, you cannot defend abortion at 8 or 9 months unless you're just a disgusting, sick individual.
It's been the largest source of global electricity for 125 years in a row and will be for decades to come. In the United States, it remains.
If liberal tears bring you joy, this is the channel for you. Subscribe, get those likes up, but subscribe. We're only 20 subscribers away from 37,000. Hopefully by 9 or so days, we can have about 38,000 at least.
It's a critical source of our electricity, also a critical source for our industry. Can't produce steel and cement and other materials without coal. And beyond the impacts of coal in our electricity sector, just think of the direct impact on human lives. If President Trump had not been elected and inaugurated in January of 2025, and through his authority at the DOE, we were able to force keeping open 6 coal plants. As of today, there'll be a 7th one, and more than twice as many that voluntarily said, hey, if we're not going to have to close, we need to stay open. 17 coal plants were not closed in 2025 because of President Trump sitting at this desk and in this position right here. That saved 17 gigawatts of electric generating capacity, and the winter storm Fern that hit our country in the last week of January this year, conservatively, hundreds of Americans would have lost their lives if those 17 coal plants had closed.
Hundreds.
We pushed the East Coast electricity grid in the United States absolutely to the limit.
Yeah, he might be a little bit tired, but you Democrats never worked a 16-hour shift or 16 hours on your own business ever in your life. That's why you're broke as a joke. Once again, should we pull up the welfare rates again? You really don't want me to pull up the welfare rates again. Okay, we'll pull up the welfare rates again. 22% of Democrats have used welfare at some point of their life versus only 10% of Republicans. Y'all love welfare. What would you do without it? What would you do without it? What would you do without it?
A storm Uri hit 5 years ago in Texas, smaller in geographic extent, not the same magnitude. Over 300 people died. But because we had those coal plants operating and running,
sleeping, though.
and not only did they run,
he's resting his eyes and resting his mind, but he ain't sleeping.
Wind power disappeared when the storm hit. Solar's irrelevant in the winter, so things we talk about didn't even matter to our electricity grid except for cost burdens. Coal stepped up and produced 25% more electricity during this storm than its normal, reliable chugging out of electricity. Without those plants, without that increase in electricity production, we lost a lot of Americans, untold economic damage. President Trump is the president with the courage and the boldness to defend an industry that has been maligned for far too long and to recognize its importance. Americans are upset about high electricity prices. Blame closing existing reliable, secure plants and replacing them with subsidized, unreliable plants. A guaranteed way to drive electricity prices up.
Great job, Democrats. You made your own electricity go up. Fantastic. Fantastic.
But this administration is committed to reversing all of that. That money we've talked about from the Defense Production Act, thankfully, because of the One Big Beautiful Bill, these fantastic congressmen sitting around me and governors, without that legislation, we wouldn't have the money and the Defense Production Act authority to keep open so many plants. It is hard to overstate the magnitude of this. If you look at our efforts across the whole government so far, 45 coal plants are open today that would not be open. Where would we be to reindustrialize America? Where would electricity prices be if we had let all of those plants close? But we're not doing it. All of those plants, that's $700 million of government funding, but it's matched with $1.7 billion of private investment from the owners and operators of those plants. All the people in those states that say, phew, we don't have to kick our industry out and raise electricity prices again. Common sense is returning to Washington, D.C. And for that,
common sense.
I'm incredibly thankful to be here in the United States government, to work for President Trump, who will stand up for what's right, bring common sense back, and reinvigorate an industry without which we would not have the America we have today. And we're going to reindustrialize America, win in the next generation of technologies, and we're going to do it in critical part because of a growing and thriving coal industry. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you, Secretary Burgum. Thank you, Lee Zeldin.
Good. And Lisa.
See, there you go. Trump ain't sleeping.
How about saying a few words?
For so many Americans, clean, beautiful coal is their source of heat, of energy, of warmth, of a job, an economy, a community, a family. And for too long, you saw Democrats who were telling these coal miners that they should just learn to code. And what we saw during the Biden administration at the EPA, for example, was regulation after regulation after regulation, trying to strangulate out of existence coal, to destroy it. Enter President Trump. declares a national energy emergency, creates a National Energy Dominance Council, and he told us at the EPA at Trump's speed to be getting rid of these regulations as quickly as possible on behalf of those Americans who want.
Guys, get those likes way, way up there, and also get us 15 more subscribers. We just need 15 of y'all more until we reach 37,000 subscribers. 15 more of y'all. And if you want to support the channel and you want to get the word out, you guys can gift some memberships. We lowered the memberships price down to $4.99, and you get a special emoji, some special stuff with it. So let's get it, boys. Get those likes up and make sure you subscribe.
To just stay warm, who want to live the American dream, who want to have affordable access to energy.
Guys, I don't know if I was muted again, but listen, we just need 15 more subscribers, guys. 15 more subscribers until 37,000. Get those likes up, guys. I don't care if you like, if you dislike, you're watching, you're helping me. I appreciate that. Let's get to 200 likes and 37,000 subscribers. 12 more. Keep going, team. Keep going. The MAGA wave. The big, beautiful red tsunami.
The Democrats were running for power, to sit at this desk and to leverage that power to destroy these communities. Enter President Trump. He has saved clean, beautiful coal, and it's been an honor to be part of it.
Thank you. Great job, too. Wyoming Governor Mark.
It's big, beautiful, clean coal.
Gordon. Thank you.
Mr. President,
You know, coal actually is a lot cleaner than Democrats' hair, because I seen a Democrat yesterday, they had a literal maggot in their hair. A transgender Democrat with a literal maggot crawling through their hair on live stream, and they didn't read the comments or notice them. Why? Because they're high as a kite. They're high as a kite, can't even tell what the hell is going on.
it's an honor to be here. Thank you to the secretaries who have breathed life into an economy in Wyoming that has been there for a long time. Wyoming produces the cleanest, most beautiful coal, low sulfur coal.
You don't mind if I push them?
10 more subscribers until we reach 37,000. 10 more, guys. Let's get it.
And it's fun because we have a chance to educate our kids. Now, let me just talk a little bit about the other side of this. When a kid grows up in Wyoming, their education's paid for in large part by coal severance taxes, by the royalties that come from mining that coal that was shut down by the Democrats. When they have a chance to get a job, they can go look to the coal mine. And it's not just digging coal the way we used to, it's high-tech jobs. You know, at this point, we don't mine coal the way we used to at all. It is very, very technologically proficient.
JK from PA says, I bathe with beautiful, clean Pennsylvanian coal. That's fantastic, brother.
And what's more important, it's environmentally sound. I would invite you to come and look at the reclamation that's happened in the Powder River Basin.
How much coal is left? We got quite a bit of coal left. Hey, thank you for those gifts. Welcome to the channel. Get those likes up. I think we're only about 7 or 6 subscribers away from 37,000. Boys, 37,000.
And we can demonstrate that it's environmentally sound, that actually wildlife populations thrive and do better. Today, Mr. President, I really want to talk to you a little bit about our recent trip to Japan and to Taiwan, both countries that were going to forswear coal. And now they realize that they need that reliable, dispatchable, secure source of energy. But
they need that clean coal.
Can't get it as clean as they can from the Powder River Basin. So to be able to open that Oakland port is absolutely essential for the life.
We got a little bit of a Trump chant already. Can everyone spam Trump, Trump, Trump in the chat? Spam it in the chat. Hey, shout out Arizona. What's up? Yeah, keep spamming Trump in the chat, guys. Of course I like Mexicans. My uncle is Mexican.
Lifeblood of our state and for our coal mines. It is something that we tried to do in your first administration, and we almost got there. We actually were prepared to go through that, I guess, belt that we have on the West Coast with California, Oregon, and Washington, and finally enforce the Commerce Clause to allow states like New Mexico, Wyoming, Utah to have access to that Asian market. And let me just tell you one last thing about that. It's not just about clean, beautiful coal. We have companies like Peabody that are now saying, we believe we can get rare earth minerals and critical minerals from what we're doing. So we are advancing technology, advancing the opportunities and the security of the state, all because of your vision, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Would you like to say something on behalf of West Virginia?
I would like to say,
Place.
Mr. President, all West Virginians are so deeply grateful to you for your focus on protecting their energy jobs. The coal miners know the incredible importance of why we're here today, and to talk about the potential for new coal-fired power plants, that excites them. And I think West Virginians are really inspired because we're America's energy state. When you think about what's happening on the global scene, where that fight, that international fight with China for information technology supremacy, we believe that your policies are going to allow America to compete and win. And West Virginia is going to supply the coal, the gas, the nuclear to help make that happen. So I'm very excited.
This is a very pro-energy president. Very, very pro-energy. I mean, that's one of the ways we can get the food price down. We need to get the energy prices down. We need to have the cheapest energy in the world.
By everything you're doing, even some of the relatively small things, when you come in and you sign agreements with your administration, putting hundreds of people back to work, it's all making a big difference for West Virginia. So thank you, Mr. President.
As an example,
A lot of demon rats in the comments. It's good to see that the demon rats are nice and miserable. Nice and miserable demon rats. Democrats have crappy lives.
Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. It bothered me for many years. We have 92% of the frontage, and we made that little change. And Mexico was thrilled. They were thrilled about it. But that was a good one, right? You were telling me before that was a good one. It's about the United States now for a little while, if it's okay. Would you have any questions?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, President Trump, this was just crossing as we were heading in here. President Zelensky wrote a letter to President Putin. He wants the two of them to meet to hash out the end of the war in Ukraine because he thinks
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Unfortunately, that ain't never gonna happen.
Well, the official pleased to be joined this a group of people added together. You're essentially the most important factor business-wise in the whole country. And this country is leading the whole world. We are now. That I can tell you by a lot. You're the lifeblood of
This is the Small Business Summit. And I missed this too, but this was a while back, but I'm curious.
the American economy, and with your help, we're truly making America great again. We're doing record business. We have a stock market that hit even with this military operation, call it whatever you want. We can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon. We hit all new highs, and I said,
They do hate Americans because we're the best and strongest country. We can crush any economy in any country in the world. We can crush any military we want. We can crush economies like Canada. We sent them into a recession. We sent Canada to the depths of hell and crushed their entire economy and destroyed it, and we spit on them. We disrespected them, and they did nothing about it. They're literally in a recession. The Canadian dollar 10 years ago, $1 Canadian dollar 10 years ago used to equal $1 US. Today, $1 Canadian only equals about 67 cents of American money. So their economy has been in the shitter, but we're just crushing them, crushing them, crushing them. And they deserve every single bit of it. Any country that lets mass migration double their population in 10, 15 years deserves to be destroyed. Period. End of story. You had choice after choice to change your government and you didn't do it. I don't feel any sympathy left for any of these Canadians. I like the Canadian people. They're good people, but y'all are just clueless. You can't vote in the right leaders. Keep voting in idiot after idiot for the last 20 freaking years.
We have to take care of business because we can't let that happen. So we did a little detour, and it's working out very nicely. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no anti-aircraft equipment, they have no radar, they have no nothing. They have no leaders, actually. The leaders.
We just need 7 more of y'all to subscribe. 7 more. Let's get it, boys. Until we're at 37,000.
The leaders happen
Canadians
to
are
be
cooked,
gone
man.
also.
I
But-
got a lot of, I do feel bad. I'll take back my statement. I do feel bad for some Canadians. The conservative Canadians in Alberta, they do not deserve to go through the hell that they're going through. I mean, a lot of millionaires have left Canada. A lot of wealthy individuals have left Canada because it's such a shithole. And it's already cold and frozen and icy. And now you're surrounded by Indians and Pakistanians and all these third worlders that barely speak English. And you're just going to let your country get taken over? I mean, it's ridiculous. 5 more. We just need 5 more of y'all to hit the subscribe button, and we're there.
But can't let them have a nuclear weapon, or you'd have problems like nobody would believe. And it's going very well. We're also pleased to be joined this afternoon by Secretary of Energy Chris Wright, who's been amazing. Where's Chris? Except everybody was wrong. They thought that energy would be at $300, right? $300 a barrel, and it's like at 100. And I think going down, and I see it going down very substantially when this is over, Chris. And I think very rapidly too, at levels that you've never seen, because there's a lot of energy out there. Of ships all over the world that are loaded up with it. They can't do much with it because they got kidnapped by a pretty evil place. But we're taking care of it.
How am I the idiot? You couldn't even tell me how Trump is bad. You dropped $1.99, probably because you're on welfare, to tell me that Trump is bad. How is he bad? Orange Man bad? This is just a low IQ super chat, bro. Hey, Gear Jammer, you don't delete the message, man. Don't delete any super chats. But hey, man, don't time him out. Let's take away his timeout. Did you time him out? Yeah, let's not time him out. Just 10 seconds. Never time out any of the super chatters or delete their super chat messages. But he paid $1.99 to say Trump is bad, but couldn't even explain how. And couldn't even put any money behind his super chat to allow his message to be on screen for longer than 2 seconds. I mean, these Democrats are broke.
We have Administrator Kelly Loeffler, who's incredible, and she's the head of the Small Business Administration. We're thinking about a name change, but I don't know.
You could have at least told me why Trump is bad. Like, that's a low IQ comment. Orange Man bad, Orange Man bad.
It's still pretty good name. And I always say it's the small business is a giant business, because when you add up your whole department, that's not a small business. That's a really big business, the biggest. Under the last administration and their radical left allies in Congress, small businesses were brutally crushed by the worst inflation in American history. We had the worst inflation under Biden.
Israel is honestly our last ally left. I forgot to mention this earlier, but Benjamin Netanyahu actually spent the majority of his early years living in America. He went to high school in America. He went to college in America. Benjamin Netanyahu owned a business in America. He was I don't know if he's a dual citizen or what he is, but he spent a lot of his life in America. He's a great man. That's why I kind of trust him a little bit more now, knowing that Benjamin Netanyahu lived in America like 18 years, 20 years of his life. That just shows me that he also likes our country a lot as well.
That we've ever had, and I always say I always like to correct, because if I don't correct, then the papers, the media goes crazy. He made a mistake. Well, the official number is 48 years. I say the worst in it because I don't believe the 48 years. I say it was worse than that, but in many ways, 48 years sounds worse than in history. I don't know why. But
Benjamin Netanyahu actually has a Philly accent, but it's pretty close to Jersey. But he was raised in Philadelphia in the United States of America. I was watching a documentary last night on Benjamin Netanyahu, and he was raised in America. He was born in Tel Aviv, but he was raised in America, went to American schools, all that stuff.
But it was 48 years or worse. It was in a Biden inflation. They had, this is what I inherited. And now we had it down where just prior to the war, the inflation was 1.4%. And for 3 months, over a 3-month, 4-month period, took me a little while to get it down from the levels it reached.
Chat, we need one more subscriber until we get to 37,000. Who wants to be the 37,000th subscriber? Anybody out there?
Biden added $6 trillion worth of new regulations and created an estimated 356 hours of paperwork every year for small businesses. You know what that means better than anybody? It means no good. Their policies punish hardworking citizens, and our policies protect you and reward you. And also, we have to have something else that I think is good for your businesses. We are respected.
37,000 subscribers, guys. Much appreciated. Keep giving the thumbs up and keep subscribing. Much love, everybody. Much love.
All over the world now, again, as a country. We were left at, we were a joke. We were a total joke. Right, Rick? I see Rick, my television star over here. He's been with us from the beginning, haven't you? Like maybe from the first speech. Long time, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I think we're doing good for you, Rick, right? And you're doing good with your shop? And I know you're doing good on the television camera, so that's maybe more. Ah, that's good.
If you want to debate with me, you have to join the Discord, and you also have to be willing to come on camera with your face out.
That's great. Thank you, Rick. Last summer, I proudly signed the great, big, beautiful bill, the largest tax cuts in the history of our country, and boosting millions of small businesses. Thank you. Boosting millions of small businesses. We passed no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our seniors. That's big stuff, and we add that to the package that we approved.
No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. That's right, boys.
Approved in my first term. We had the best financial years in the history of our country, my first term, and I think we're going to blow them away this term. You know, in this term, we have $18 trillion being invested in our country. And if you look at the last administration, they had less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We have $18 trillion during 11 months. The 12th month hasn't come in yet in terms of the numbers. But in 11 months, $18 trillion investments. We have auto plants being built all over the country, AI plants we're doing, and we're leading China in AI. And I'm going to go see President Xi in 2 weeks. I look forward to that, but I'll say I'm leading. We have very friendly competition, but it'll be a very important trip. We provided 100% expensing and bonus depreciation, which is tremendous. One of the biggest things that you have. I mean, it's people have no idea how big that is. The businesses do. So that businesses can deduct 100% of the cost of new facilities, equipment, and capital investment in the first year. It used to take 38 years of deduction. Now you get it done in one. You can take one so you can expand. I think that's what made us so successful in the first term, but now we have it for a 10-year period. So you have it for a while. I really was going to make it for a 1-year period. That would mean you spend all your money immediately. Now, unfortunately, I gave you too much time. I was sort of against that. I said, let's do it for a shorter period of time, but we did it. It's the right thing.
Join the Discord if you guys want to debate. I know you guys are very anxious. Oh, let's debate. Or you want to criticize and you really don't want to debate. It's mostly just that. Because Democrats are really, really scared. Really, really scared. Scared people. Oh, Democrats are broke. Man, I wish Democrats weren't so damn poor, but there's nothing I can really do for them. I can't force them to go to work. I can't force them to go to work at the end of the day. I mean, we can take away their welfare. I guess we can force them to go to work. Just take away their welfare, and that'll force them to go to work, I guess. But guys, keep subscribing, get those likes up. We're gonna have a debate soon enough here, as soon as we can find someone that wants to come on and debate. Oh, Dean Withers is a pedophile? Oh, cry, cry, cry. Oh, Tim Walsh frees pedophiles out of prison? Oh, cry, cry, cry.
And this way, when I get out of office in, let's say, 8 or 9 years from now, I'll be able to use it. I'll be able to use it myself.
I'll show you Democrats my house for $100 super chat. I got no problem with it. If you got the money, I got the time to show you.
And to ensure that you and your family can keep your businesses in the family, we virtually eliminated the unfair estate tax or death tax for farmers and for small businesses. So, you know, oftentimes you build, I mean, I just met some incredible people. They have beautiful businesses, small businesses. They want to have their children. Those businesses were all long-term. It was, the father was there, right? We're just talking about with the beautiful pretzels. I said, pretzels, oh, those look good. I want to take some right now, but I didn't want to be rude and rip your bag apart. But the businesses they've been in business for a long time.
And I'm sorry about that, Nick. Sorry to hear that. You saw any updates? Oh, you're right. Let me take a look at the updates, see who won the Florida. Oh! James Fishback got destroyed, brother. James Fishback is currently getting destroyed in the Florida Republican race. Let's take a look here. That's crazy. We got 94,000 votes for James Fishback, and we got 509,000 votes for Brian Donalds. Damn, the Democrat candidate got 546,000 votes. All right, man. This is getting scary, I ain't gonna lie. But the Republicans in general have more votes. So once we lose that Jay Collins votes and those James Fishback votes, we'll be doing much better. Well, we're going to give some updates on it, actually. We'll pull it up on the PC in a second here. Actually, we'll pull it up right now. How about that? Let's see. Florida governor race 2026. Let's pull it up real fast, real quick. Democrats' favorite news source. All right, here, we'll screen share with y'all. Well, that's that, man. That's that. It's not looking too good for James Fishback at all. Whew, couldn't even beat Jay Collins. But it's also scary for the Democrat Party because, oh my God, that guy's doing really good. Who the hell is David Jolly? I've never heard of him. Never heard of him. Let's see if we can see any counties where James Fishback is winning. Is James Fishback winning any counties? Any counties? Jay Collins in Dixie County? Where the hell is that at? Somewhere in Florida, I guess. Yeah, I guess James Fishback lost like every single county pretty much. Well, that's that. I mean, voting polls are not closed yet. Is it closed yet? Yeah, poll closes in 21 minutes. So we will keep an eye on that. We will keep an eye on that.
Long time, almost every one of them. And you pass away, you want to have your children take over your business, they work in your business, and they got hit with the state tax, or we call it the death tax, but we call it both. It does the same thing. And they couldn't afford it. They went out, they take the business.
I've been good, Aaron. How you been?
Mortgage it up to pay the tax, and they end up losing the business. They end up going bankrupt. They end up, in many cases, committing suicide. We have a lot of that. You have a lot, especially farms. You know, they want to be on that farm. They don't want to lose their farm, and it's land rich and cash poor. And they go out and they borrow and keep borrowing. We ended that. No more estate taxes on farms and small businesses. So I hope everyone's appreciative of it. Now, if you don't like your children, it doesn't mean anything.
Welcome to the chat, Canada. Welcome to the chat.
But if you do like to leave them to somebody that you love, then it's a big deal for them. You have other problems, but for them, it's a big deal. And I want to say thanks to these tax cuts. 12 million American small businesses got an average tax cut of over $7,000, and our pass-through deduction alone is delivering an average of $4,600 in savings to 8 million entrepreneurs, and is projected to generate $750 billion in economic growth for the
Hey, Uncle Andy, if you got that for me, I got you right here, right now.
country. So many, it's really amazing. I see it on the television. I don't call this fake news because this is real fake news, but when you look at some of the
If you're mad about illegal alien immigrants losing EBT and Section 8 housing and Medicaid, go ahead and sponsor one.
things that have taken place, we don't get covered correctly. But in terms of the truth,
Uncle Andy, I know you got it for me, brother. I know you got it for me.
we're having $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000, $11,000 with no tax on tips and no tax on Social Security,
bro,
no tax
Chris
on overtime.
Smith, love for you,
and
man.
people are making sometimes 11.
Loyalty is
I've seen
everything.
it just where they're asking people virtually on the street, how is it doing? And
Love Chris Smith, love, man. Like, subscribe, share, drop super chats for any questions or comments. If you want to debate, please join that Discord link in the bio, or you can click on that link that Urban Conservative is sending. I really want to debate some socialists. What's up, Unc?
everyone's surprised, including me. I didn't know it was going to be as much, but I knew it was going to be a lot. But you have people that make an extra $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a year between the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime is a big one. It's a big one. But the no tax on tips was great. I won the.
You're good, bro. You're good.
You know, typically, I don't know why. I can't imagine people voting for the other side with their policies on everything beyond this, long beyond this. But we won Nevada.
Hey, brother, congratulations on your naturalization. 15 years. I appreciate you coming to this nation. Much love, man. Welcome to the American Party. Brother, if you want to come on the live stream sometime and talk about your naturalization and how you feel about immigration, I would love to do it.
By a lot, and typically Democrats win that state. And no tax on tips. A lot of people getting tips in Nevada, so it had a big impact on people, and much bigger than they thought. And they're just now starting to realize how big and how really wonderful the great big beautiful, I call it the great big beautiful bill is, because we really, it should be called the great big beautiful tax cut bill and regulation cut bill. We put everything in 4 years. If we didn't pass another bill, which won't happen because you always want to keep going, but everything was put into this one bill. That's why it's called the Great Big Beautiful Bill. And one of the things that happened is we were going to do it over 17 different bills. And I said, let's give it a shot. Put everything in one bill. And thank goodness we did it, because the Democrats don't approve anything. They don't approve. You can have the best thing. It can be for security. Look at the security. They want to defund ICE. They want to defund our incredible Border Patrol. They want to, essentially, they want to defund the police, but they don't want to say it. It's crazy what's going on. So we put it all at the beginning. We have a little honeymoon period, a tiny little honeymoon period in this case.
Hey, we got a new member. Welcome to the membership, Uncle Andy. Thank you for joining, brother. Much, much, much love, guys. Much, much love. We lowered the membership price for $5. So if any of y'all want to join that membership, or if anyone in the chat wants to give some memberships, that'd be much appreciation. Man, my boy Gear Jammer is doing his thing out there.
Okay, so we got it all approved. Late at night it got approved. And this was really done as a 4-year bill, Kelly. You know that very well. You were a big part of it. And we got it done, and everybody was surprised. They thought we had to do it in little tranches. I don't know that we would have gotten the little tranches done. There was so much in here that people had to approve it. And if we would have done it individually, I'm not sure it would have gotten done. Plenty of those individual elements would not have gotten done. And almost as important as the tax cuts, we've
Please like and subscribe. And if you really want to support, you can join the membership. It's only $5 a month, guys. $5 a month. Much appreciation. We finally hit 37,000 subscribers. Hopefully in the next 9 days, we can get up to 38,000. 9 days, 38,000. I think it's possible.
last a record number of job-crushing regulations. That includes for you, and that includes tremendous numbers of environmental regulations, which stopped your businesses, but they didn't do anything, and they had no impact. If anything, they made the environment worse. But we eliminated 129 old regulations for every new one that was approved. It was supposed to be 1 in 10, and it's turning out to be 129. So for every regulation, think of that, 129, we lose them, we get rid of them. It was supposed to be 1 in 10. We would have been happy with, we did 1 in 12. We started off 1 in 7 with my last administration. We got it up to about 1 in 12. Now I see we have a 1 in 129. So we're getting rid of 129 nonsense regulations for every new one that we pass. And thanks to these pro-growth policies, our economy is roaring, and factory construction is way up. Consumer confidence is way up. Business investment is more than triple compared to that of just a short time ago. And before I took office,
What's up, Dean? Oh, we still got crybabies in chat. Oh. I'm sorry, Democrats. Y'all are miserable as hell. It really does make me laugh, though. Really does make me laugh. Membership sale. Buy them fast. Drop super chats. Join that Discord down below. You can just simply click on that link right there. You see that link right there? Click on that link and join the Discord. It's free to join and it's free to come in, be a part of the community, and maybe you'll land yourself a debate.
nobody can believe it. And nobody can believe the $18 trillion number that we gave you, because it's a record for any country, not just here. It's for any country. And a lot of that had to do with November 5th, but a lot of it had to do with tariffs. We charge tariffs to companies when they come in. A couple of you were just saying to me that you're getting hurt by China and other countries making a product that's not as good, but it's less money because of the fact that there were no guards, no safeties for you, and we've changed a lot of it. Some have said you've absolutely saved our business, but because of the use of tariffs, we have all this money. Because if they come in and build a business here, if they build their plant here, there are no tariffs. Jobless claims just hit the lowest level since 1969, and more Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. So we have more people.
More Americans working right now than any other time in our country. And here, guys, let's do a quick pull up. Let's see how the Florida governor race is going. Brian Donalds obviously is still winning. James Fishback is not going to be our governor. Then we got the Democrats, which is a little bit concerning. I do not want Florida to become a Democrat state. Oh, wait. Brian Donalds is pulling ahead of the Democrats.
People working today than at any time in the history of our country. That's a beautiful. I mean, what can be better than that? You say, like somebody was saying, oh, will AI take our jobs? Well, we have a lot of AI up. They said it's going to take jobs. I said, well, you're probably right, maybe a little bit, but it's going to create a lot of jobs. And did you know that more people are working in the United States right now than ever before? They said, no, is that true, really? That's the end of that argument. And a lot of good things are happening. And leading in AI is very important because that's a tremendously big industry. And we want to be able to lead. Primarily it's China, but other countries are very much active in it also. Under the last administration, 1 in 4 new jobs was a government job, but since my inauguration, 100%, think of that, 100% of all new jobs have been in the private sector, 100%. We cut a lot of government jobs.
We cut a lot of government jobs that were just useless. If people aren't doing their job, why do they deserve to just be given free money? I don't get it. That's not what socialism is, brother. If you don't want to debate socialism, then you don't need to come back. Join the Discord if you want to debate socialism, because obviously you have no clue what it is. Most Democrats have no idea what socialism is. They just point at all these random things and they say, look, socialism, social security. Look, they're buying companies. Socialism. No, you idiots. You absolute idiots. Have no clue what socialism is.
And 2 of the 3 new jobs have been in small businesses, but I just want to say, so think of that, 100% of new jobs are in the private sector. Now, to do that, we cut tremendous numbers of governmental jobs, and I feel sorry for everyone, and it's a hard thing to do. Many of those people voted for me, but now they like me because they went out, they got private sector jobs that they like better, and it's paying them sometimes 2 and 3 times more money. So it's worked out the right way, but you have to do that. You can't just give. I mean, we had government jobs where you'd have 10 people doing the job of one person, and
Oh no, I know the majority of Democrats don't want socialism, but the Democrat Socialist Party is beating the Democrats in the elections right now. So, but if you guys want to debate, please join the Discord. Or if you have any questions, comments, anything you guys want to talk about, you can drop super chats. If anyone wants to drop some memberships or super chats, we did just hit 37,000 subscribers. So if you want to show some love, I appreciate it. Big 37. Whoop, 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 whoop.
can't make America great that way. So we did it the hard way, but the correct way. And the correct way. Big difference, right, Cal? You see it. It's nobody's ever seen anything quite like it. And it was, especially working here, it's tough because, you know, this is the home of federal jobs. I wouldn't say I got tremendous. I mean, you know, we won the election in a landslide. We won all 7 swing states. We did all the things that you've heard so many times with counties counties, which is a big count. That's why you see the map is all red practically. When you look at it, we won 86% of the counties in the country. But here is a little bit different. But now, if you look at those people, some of them have left.
Y'all crying about the framing. All right, is that better for you then?
And by the way, speaking of that, Washington, D.C., which was very unsafe a year ago, a little more than a year ago, is now one of the safest cities in the United States. So, pretty good. So we had to cut the jobs because we were way bloated with federal jobs. And, I could, with one swipe of the pen, I could say, let's have no employment, and I'll hire 1 million people or 2 million people. I say, we just hired 1 million people, and we have absolutely no employment. And that's what they would do. They'd have bad numbers coming up, so they'd hire a couple of 100,000 people, and the numbers would look okay. With me, it's the exact opposite. We terminate a lot of federal jobs that are unnecessary, and they don't like me for doing it, but a year later, they like me because they end up having a much better job, oftentimes in a place where they'd much rather live. They go to the place that they want to go. They're not stuck in Washington or someplace else. And they do much better. And in the end, I've had a lot of people come up, they say, I was so angry at you, but now I'm making sometimes 2 or 3 times the money in a job that I really like. So you got to do what you have to do. You have to, politically, I don't know if it's good, bad, or indifferent. I think it's probably bad, maybe politically, but in the meantime, I'm in the White House, so maybe it's good. A lot of times.
It is good, huh? We might have someone that we're pulling in. We'll see. We'll see if this guy wants to debate. We got a couple people we're talking to. We're going to get someone on the show, though.
As you probably heard, the fake news media treats me very, very badly. 93% of the stories I get are bad, and yet I won in a landslide. How do you win all 7 swing states when you get only bad press? It's fake press. They give me fake polls. They tell me about polls and this. It's interesting. They did a poll on the war with Iran, and they said only 32% of the people like it. Well, I don't like it, and I don't like war at all, but we're equipped better than it. We have the greatest military in the world. You saw what happened with Venezuela. You see what happens with everything. But they said 32% of the people are against President Trump. Well, when you explain it, like, is it okay for Iran to have a nuclear weapon? It wouldn't be 32%. But even if you said that, there'd be a 32% because the polls are fake. They're totally fake. And when you take a look at what's really going on, the other day I made a speech in a great Florida senior citizens community, and I made another one at the Kravis Center, 2 in one day. It was wonderful. I go out and make a...
I still remember yesterday's debate. The person told me that the reason grocery prices in Florida are getting better is because Trump lives here. I still can't get over that. I still cannot get over that. They said the reason groceries are cheaper in your state than my state is because Trump lives in Florida. Even though he lives in the White House the majority of the time.
speech. Then I say, all right, let's go home. Sir, you're making another speech, and this one's in front of the richest people in the world. I went from an unbelievable group of seniors. Now, of course, I'm not a senior. I'm far younger than a senior. It's true. I feel the same as I felt 50 years ago. I don't know. There'll be a period of time when I don't tell you that. There'll be, because I'm honest, I'll say, it's not looking good. I have to be careful. If I said, as an example, I'm not feeling well.
Why are Democrats so violent? Brother, I don't know why they're so violent. Listen, if you guys want to debate, comment down below. Debate, 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 debate. If you don't want to debate, that's fine. Here, maybe we can ask Dusty if he wants to get in here. Maybe we can pull Dusty in for a couple minutes.
kid. They put on Donald.
But here, let's check out the Florida race. Yeah, I'm gonna send Dustley a picture of this because he. All right, we're gonna get Dustley in here, chat. We're gonna get Dustley in here. Be patient with me. Be patient with me, chat. Be patient with me. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. We're almost there, chat. Well, let me know where everyone's coming from today. Any Tennesseers in chat? Any Floridians in chat? Anyone from down south? All right, let's see. Hey, you're on stream, just so you know.
All right, hold on here.
They've been crying all day. Barely any of them want to debate.
I just got in.
Oh man, you just got home?
I just got out of the shower. Pretty
Oh,
much. I've
okay.
been home for about 30 minutes.
Oh damn, they kept you
2
late
days,
today.
2
You
days
that
of
idiot?
work, and I got 24. Yeah, and I got 24 hours. Man, that idiot is running his air conditioner with his window wide open and then complains about it not working
Oh my god.
and says that running it with the window down doesn't hurt it.
You have to ask him if he votes Democrat because I'm starting to think he might.
Well, I even looked it up and everything, and it won't, like one day of it isn't going to tear your air conditioner up. But days of it, you're going to wear it out. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that it works everything harder. And
Yeah. I got some news about the truck driving stuff too. I actually I listened to a speech today from Trump. It was about 2 or 3 weeks old. I didn't catch up to it, but he was talking about what he did to the illegal alien immigrant truck drivers. And funny
yeah,
enough, apparently there was another one that was from Haiti that recently killed a couple people. I didn't look too much into it. I just heard Trump bring it up on the speech. But funny enough, we removed. Turn your phone the other way. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. You're good. 28,000, no, 27,000 illegal alien immigrants have been fired from having their CDL license and being truck drivers. And those 27,000, they're being replaced with veterans.
I heard that. I like that, and I hate it.
Well, statistically speaking, they said that veterans have less car wrecks than anyone else, than a regular civilian.
I hate truck drivers because they're coming in kind of on the tail end of it, of truck driving. It's a temporary need. I do think that AI and stuff will fill my job. Probably not in my lifetime, but after it, I'm sure. And truck driving is the only job that hasn't seen an actual raise in over 40 years. 40 years ago, people was making bank doing what I'm doing. Not that I'm doing bad, but it's just not kept up with inflation. So I just feel like veterans deserve better.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna help a lot of them, though. It's gonna help a lot of them. I mean, it's better than letting illegal alien immigrants drive these trucks. You've already seen what they're doing.
Yeah, we need a raise, is what I'm getting at.
You need a raise. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, they gotta pressure the boss. Gotta pressure the boss. Or they got to do
Yeah,
some kind of thing. I also think they should give more tax deductions for raising people's wages.
yeah,
That would help it a lot. If you told a business that you would double their wage, if you double your employee's wage, that you're going to get like a massive tax deduction that's going to save you way more money, a lot of businesses would do it. But Democrats would be crying.
Incentivize raises.
That's the only way I can think of it because you can't force them to do it, but you can incentivize them.
Have you kept up with Dearborn today?
I have a little bit. I saw that they were at the pig roast and they put a Zohan Muhammad Mandami shirt around the pig and took a
Yeah.
picture of it. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, but I didn't see the
Did they go
turnout.
to?
If it was,
I was gonna say, did they go to town hall?
they went to town hall, but I haven't seen too much footage of it. I'm not trying to play it on here and it's not going to be safe for YouTube.
Well, I saw a little bit. I saw the tail end of it. I think I saw the tail end of it a minute ago. I don't think it was anything special. It looked pretty civil. Didn't look like people were really protesting hard. But
Oh, damn it.
the thing is, that Demon Row guy, he was like saying, yeah, bikers don't need to go up there, yada, yada, yada. And he showed a clip of the cops saying that people need to stay out and that they're going to back the citizens. And I'm sitting here thinking, the cops have backed not only the citizens, but the Muslims, period. They
So a
work
lot of
for
the
the
cops
Muslims.
are Muslim. You got to remember, in Dearborn, Michigan, they were going to make their uniforms in Arabic. That was a
Yeah.
real consideration. That was a real mock-up design that they
And these
made.
are things that people like JD DeLay and Demon Rowe don't know nothing about. It isn't their lane.
This guy has an interesting comment, though. He says the Trump administration is actively supporting the development of autonomous driverless 18-wheelers, including trucks that can transport freight without human driver in the cab. What do you think about that?
It'll come, but it ain't gonna come right away. They're not gonna go through just up and uh, doing away with the truck driver, because the problem is there has to be somebody accountable. That's where the human presence comes in.
I mean, they can't even get the driverless taxi cabs in every city. You guys are acting like it's right around the corner or something. Now, they
I
do
would
have
say
a couple hundred driverless taxi cabs around the country, but
I'd say 30. I'd say 30 years out, but you're still going to have a human in the cockpit. You're still going in the driver's seat watching the AI. You watch and see.
Gear Jammer says when he retired from truck driving in January, his boss offered him a lot more money, but 44 years was enough for him.
I understand.
What do you think of? What did you think of that debate yesterday?
Um, I don't think. I don't think that the overweight bald man doesn't know exactly what he's talking about.
Oh my God, that's good enough. Oh yeah, did you hear the part where he said
What
because
that's it.
did you
Boy,
see
you
the
don't
part
want.
where I said that I was in Florida and I told him the grocery prices over here and he started saying, "Well, you're in Florida. So Trump makes the grocery prices cheaper in Florida since he has a house in Florida, he cares about it." That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
That was a
but
sad ass excuse. But I watched an interesting documentary last night about Benjamin Netanyahu's life. Did you know that Benjamin Netanyahu grew up in Philly? He grew up in Philly. He lived in Philly. He lived in Philly up until he was about 18 years old, and then his brother was in the Israeli army, and he went over to Israel, and he signed up for it because of his brother was over there.
technically, he's more American than he is Israeli.
I mean, now he spent more time in Israel, but he grew up in America. He was born in Tel Aviv. But he didn't really start living in Israel full time until he was about 27, 28 years old. He used to have a business actually with he used to run a business office, and he worked right next to Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney had a business in the same building as Benjamin Netanyahu.
Now, I'm not a Mitt Romney fan.
I'm not a Mitt Romney fan either.
I think he's a rhino.
Yeah, I
Wait
don't
a
know
minute.
too much about the
He
guy,
is,
huh? He's the guy that ran
he is,
against Obama the second time around. But he was a businessman. If I had to going back, if I had to choose Mitt Romney or Obama, I would. My mom voted for Obama the first time, but then the second time she voted for Mitt Romney. Y'all can
Talk about
calm
not having,
down with those timing people out. Y'all don't have to time so many people out anymore. Let them say what they're gonna say. It's hilarious. But man, these Democrats are just way, way too scared to debate or talk about
I
anything.
think, I think you should go to text to speech super chats.
You think I should do that tonight?
Maybe not tonight because my credit card got flagged for fraud again for the ones I left last night.
Oh my God. Oh no,
Ain't
you're
that
gonna
some
leave me
shit?
something effed up. Don't leave me nothing effed up. But guys, soon enough we're
Hey,
gonna do text to speech super chats. Maybe
I
tomorrow's
make
episode we'll do
I
text to
make no
speech super
promises.
chat. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, okay, no promises. I mean, that would be pretty funny if we had text to speech in that live stream yesterday with Mr. Chris. Oh man, that would be that would have been crazy. We would have done a lot better, but we wouldn't have been able to have any conversation.
True. Can
It
you
would have
turn
been.
it on and off
Yeah, I can turn it on and off.
during stream?
Yeah, during stream. I don't have it downloaded yet, so I have no idea. But I might download it tonight. I might honestly download it tonight, and after this stream, I might test it out. Just because I know these haters will be dropping super chats left and right just to tell me some dumb shit. Oh, we got a bunch of crybabies in chat. Did you see what I sent you about the Florida Republican elections?
Just briefly, Byron Donalds is leading in the polls.
Oh, it's not even close. Byron Donalds is flooring James Fishback. Absolutely flooring him. Actually, the entire Republican Party is flooring the Democrat Party. Brian Donalds has 717,000 votes. The Democrat candidate got 690,000.
Damn.
Brian Donalds is flooring him by like 30,000 right now. And James Fishback is getting floored on by like 600,000.
And he had a lot of Muslim support, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. There's not a lot of Muslims in Florida though, so he's out of luck. He's out of luck altogether.
To hear more about Dearborn. Always big. I told you to end up being probably nothing, didn't I?
Yeah, it is nothing. I'm mad. I mean, nothing really happened with that. But we do got a bunch of Democrat crybabies in chat. What are you looking at over there, Dustley?
I was looking at this comment. Graham, why don't you tell your MAGA buddies why you wear a "I hate the Constitution" hat? Rodney, I think you're an idiot, and they don't know how to read.
Yeah, Trump's already going to be president in 2028. What do you think about Trump allegedly meeting with Kim Jong Un soon?
I saw some titles. Trump more or less befriending Kim Jong Un. But you know what? When you put them together in real life, they get along. But isn't that what leaders are supposed to do?
Yeah, of course. Democrats are so stupid, they would just be nasty to every single world leader they disagree with,
Yeah.
which creates major instability. But hey, we did reach 37,000 subscribers today. If y'all want to get those likes way, way, way up, probably by next month we can reach about 40,000. Deport all the illegal alien immigrants. Hell, if I could deport some of these Democrats spitting on our American flags and burning it, I would. I absolutely would. What are they saying?
Thinking.
Huh?
What do you think about them burning Qurans and putting bacon in Qurans up in Dearborn?
I don't think that does too much. I mean, I guess if you're trying to rage bait a bunch of Muslims, but that's not really how you change stuff.
Agree with you 100%. Believe it or
Huh?
not. I know we've
What?
joked about it, but when it boils right down to it, if you're trying to change a mind, you're not going to change a mind by enraging that mind first.
Nah, you either got to make them a Christian, or if they're here illegally, you got to kick them out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tell them about how Muhammad is a PDF file. No Sharia law in Florida. I think Sharia law is like illegal, isn't it? Didn't they ban it in Florida?
Oh, they
Let's
banned it in
see.
North Carolina, believe it or not.
Let's see. Yep. In April 2026, Ron DeSantis formally bars state courts, arbitrators, administrative agencies from ever applying foreign or religious law, specifically targeting Sharia law.
Let me go
So
put my
yeah,
chips up. I'll be right back. But see if North Carolina did it too.
Deerfield, I think it's Dearborn. Dearborn is no longer American. Dearborn is no longer American. They can't ban any religion. They don't have to. They don't have to. They can do mass deportations. They can do mass deportations. They might not be able to ban it, but they can do mass deportations, can't they? You can change minds by putting your labor into the correct side, is what I say. Canada's in a recession. It's hilarious. Poor Canada in a recession. We're crushing their economy. That was hilarious. Yesterday, that super chat that Brother of the Road dropped. Did you see Brother of the Road? Oh, Dusty's coming back. I'll ask him. Did you see Brother of the Road super chat yesterday?
Uh-uh.
It was so funny. I can't even remember exactly what he said, but he said the black one is more passable or something like that. The black one didn't have a
What?
5 o'clock shadow.
Oh,
He said the
I thought mine was
funniest.
pretty funny.
Yours was pretty funny when you called out the Gemini stuff.
Yeah. I mean, seriously. Chat. How many of y'all out there has seen Gemini or Chat GPT issue an apology because it was wrong?
Never.
Anybody?
Well, just because you get a massive raise does not mean you're in a recession. But just because you get a raise doesn't mean that your economy is not in a recession. That just means you're doing good at your job. I mean, I know guys that were making millions of dollars in 2008 during the recession. It doesn't mean that they weren't in a recession. It just means they're good at what they do.
Like me.
Well, you told your stories about the 2008 recession. They will
Yeah, I
distract
mean,
you and play big Muslim, this Muslim, that, as they roll out the Noahide laws when they can decapitate people who violate them. What are you talking about, brother? What are you talking about? Are you trying
yeah,
to blame this on the Jews? It
but
doesn't
yeah, the
matter what you say
recession,
about Canada. They are in a technical recession, which means they're in an actual recession.
the
Not to
recession
mention
was very
the Canadian dollar used to equal one Canadian dollar to one US dollar. That was only 10 years ago. Now,
well.
one
They were
Canadian
within
dollar
10 cents
equals
of each
68
other.
cents. Huh?
They were within 10 cents of each other.
No, it was exactly 1 to 1 10 years ago, 2014, 2015, 11 or 12 years ago. It used to be 1 to 1, one Canadian dollar, 1 to 1 American dollar. But now it's worth 64, 67 cents, 66 cents on a dollar.
But
So
yeah, the
you lost
recession back in
40%.
2008 was very real, but I literally drove through it.
Canada's not in a recession. Then you don't know what a recession is. A recession is a 2 quarters of declining GDP. That's what a recession is. But do you want to know something disgusting about abortion since we've been talking about it recently? 42% of all abortions are by black women, more than any other race.
Racist.
I mean, the lady that created Planned Parenthood was literally racist.
Yeah.
She hated black people and she wasn't too fond of the Jews either. But we're not in hot water at all. The dollar has been going up and down for the last 20 years. And plus, it really doesn't matter as long as you're not planning to exchange your money for other currencies. Oh, here we go. You guys are crying, 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 crying. What do you mean our labor has always been cheaper than yours? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Who's
The
R?
cost
Who's us?
the cost of living in Canada is very, very expensive. And you know the average salary, even for the wealthiest city in Canada, the median salary is $45,000 a year.
I thought
That's
it was 40.
15,000. That's about 15 to 20,000 less than our average, our median salary.
And it costs more to live there.
And it costs more to live there.
That's messed
I,
up.
I mean, y'all are cooked. I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't woken up and realized you're cooked, then I don't know what it is. I mean, you've been voting effed up politicians for the last 20 years. You know, Canada doubled their population in 20 years with immigrants, with migrants from India and Pakistan. They doubled their population.
It's not Canada no more. It's New India.
It's New Delhi.
Yeah, New Delhi.
Why do Democrats deny the genuine pain of people in Canada? I don't know. I really don't care about debt because that's really if the USA goes bankrupt tomorrow, yeah, that'll be a bad thing, but I'll still be all right. But y'all ain't right on your personal finances. I mean, I hope our debt does go down, but I don't see it going down. Like the main thing we got to pay for is Social Security. What is your opinion on Islam? Muhammad is a pedo, and he encouraged his followers to drink camel piss.
Did Rand Paul the other day get access to Fort Knox?
Um, let's
I
see.
think he did.
Rand Paul. Did he find the gold?
Newsflash, I believe that it was all there.
It says he went there. Yeah, he says he went there. He confirmed it was all there. We have
It's kind of.
147 million ounces of gold.
I was kind of hoping it wouldn't because it would have made gold skyrocket.
We need to link the dollar back to that gold.
That's was it Richard Nixon that pulled us away from the
Yep.
gold standard?
Yep.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, Nixon was a terrible president. Absolutely terrible president. Actually, the US dollar has gone up since last year a little bit.
Well,
Let's
Graham,
see what
I think I'm gonna have to hop off here. I wish I want to be on here, but
You're good. You're good. Get you some rest.
I'm just wore out, man. They working us to death, and I don't look for tomorrow to be any different. And then I'm having to deal with that fucking retard, man. I can't believe that they
God
give
bless you,
retards.
man. Jesus.
Yeah, I can't believe they give retards CDLs. I mean,
Uh,
I wish they would give real retards CDLs.
what, like Victor?
No, no, I'm talking like sub 80 IQ people,
So
the
Victor.
handicapped people. I think I could work with them. I really do. They don't get enough credit. They don't deserve the term retard. It's these other dumbasses that deserve the term retard.
All right, man. I'll let you go. Much love, brother.
I love you, brother.
Peace. Let's see on this Florida election real quick. We got Brian Donalds. Brian Donalds. Thank God James Fishback ain't winning. That's all I gotta say.
Trump is not feeling well because they won't know that I'm using that as just a reference point, and they'll say, listen to this. I'll say, I'm not feeling well. Well, someday I might say that to you, and you'll be the first to know. Actually, I won't have to say it because you'll be able to see it, just like you did in the last administration. You know, one of the things I said is that we should have, in my opinion, anybody running for president or vice president should take a cognitive test. And
Yo,
no
I'm gonna take a
president
break
has ever
here.
taken one except
I'm gonna take a break here. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna eat dinner and I'll come back, chat. Since we don't have anyone to debate right now, I'll be back in a few minutes though. Peace, guys. Peace. Much love.